Okay, so the first step of this model is going to be to make 8 fingers. I've already took the liberty of making one. As you see, it's pretty good sized. It consists of bag 160, which is going to be the actual fingertips. Bag 79, which is a nut used as a spacer. 118, which is an electrical outlet or eyelet that basically gives you some mass for the finger. You got a washer, and then you got 6 of these screws here to put it all together. So they want you to build 4 of them in one direction and 4 of them in the other direction. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And it seems they must give you one extra here. Now I see that on these particular directions, they're not showing you the other picture, they're just telling you to build the other one in the opposite direction as it would as if it was on the other hand. Like, they're just telling you flip the operation, they're not really showing you the direction, which that can get a little bit tricky sometimes. So I just need to get the washers and the screws, and that's it. 2, 4, 6, 7. You guys, if you like to start getting into something like this, it's really good to buy yourself a set of good tools. They do give you tools, but they are absolute garbage. I mean, this is the screwdriver they gave me to use. Yeah, I can't even hold on to it, it's so small. So I have my own, which is more ergonomically correct. I have my own pliers, short, long, for places that you're gonna need it. A regular screwdriver that I magnetized just to make it a little easier. Sometimes the small parts you can actually stick on the end of the screwdriver and guide it in that way. I believe I magnetized that one too, but maybe not. Just some food for thought. And I actually have a magnet around. If you pick something up or you lose something, it's easy to drag a magnet across the floor and find it. Because believe me, when these things drop, it's just a lost cause. They're gone. For whatever reason, they just disappear. They don't fall straight down. They bounce 16 feet away. And yeah, that's been my experience with it anyway. So there, we have everything laid out right now to build 7 fingers because I already did one. So we're gonna build 3 more in this direction, and then we're gonna be able to build 4 the other way. So I'll go ahead and do that now. First, you're gonna start with your screw. It's gonna go through your eyelet like that after you put a washer on it, which I forgot. Washer through your eyelet. Nut as a spacer. They want the flange side down. And then you just, when I tell you, you just have enough threads to get this started, that is all you got. So you better be very careful about how you're doing it, because you almost have to recess the screw in a little bit inside of that to even get it to start. But they must have thought this out, because like I said, I had a heck of a time with the first one. But it will go. just like that. You're going to want to try to get a few threads into it and get that thing really opened up so that that's what I'm telling you here. There is really no room for error there. So there's two, although that's a little on the loose side, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. They could have really used to make that screw a little bit longer. Because it just seems to pop right out of there. So you might actually end up having to do away with the washer, so that gives you that little bit, and hopefully the head don't go through, which it does. So that's a little concerning, because they didn't think that out very well when they built this model, because they did not give you hardware long enough to actually do it. So now that one, the internal threads are messed up on it. So oh no, it's okay. Well, we're gonna have to maybe get some longer screws or something here, because somehow I was able to get that first one done, which I'm not sure whether it was a smaller washer that allowed that to happen. That's really what you could do is grind this down a little bit if you had to. If you really had to. We'll try a different screw. Maybe they're a few millimeters shorter than the other, longer than the others. I'm not real sure. I don't have any screws this size laying around. I know that. We can grind some of this off as well. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna file some of these nuts down. I'm gonna file these nuts down so that it actually gives me a little bit more room for the screw. So when I'm done with that, I'll be back.